Ladies and gentlemen, this is part of a never-ending series of the Dildo Burger Prophecies by Michael Fazio. And I have put out a challenge worldwide for anyone on earth, from any theologian society, any professor of religion or instructional institution that teaches religious instructions. I have sent letters to Columbia University, Malloy College, and George Washington University for them to prove me wrong. And no one even sends me back a letter saying that they acknowledge the fact that they received the email. Because once they read the material that I sent them, they know that the prophecies of Michael Fazio and the fact that I have discovered a codex between the Bible and the $1 bill cannot be disputed. And for all I know, the people who are reading my letters already know about the codex but haven't been able to break it. Therefore, Michael Fazio, the crazy guy from Howard Beach, broke the most complex codex in the history of the world. Since the beginning of time, nothing more complex than the codex between the words in the Bible and the pictographs on the $1 bill exists. Nothing. 12 billion people have looked at the pictographs on the $1 bill. No one has seen them. And now that I put it in a book and prophesize about the outcome or the long-term ramifications of what is occurring on the pictographs of the $1 bill, aka the depiction of not one but 2 nuclear detonations on Obama's watch that I predicted and prophesied back in the year 2010, and that I coined the term Obama is just one of many antichrists on my video, and then I named the video 2 Nukes Part 1, which can be seen in my playlist on my channel, and which also depicts at the time of 9/11, which is just by chance. Between 9/11 and the following 2 minutes, I unequivocally predict and prophesize that there will be 2 nuclear explosions on President Obama's watch. And in fact, there were 2 at Fukushima, 3 at Fukushima, 1 during the Korean incident where they blew off an above-ground nuclear test, or below-ground nuclear test. We never really did get the results on that one, folks. And the possibility of a 5th nuclear detonation off the coast of Japan from the Jewish Mossad, which is theoretically why we only registered a 6.8 earthquake on a Richter scale, and they said it was a 9.1 earthquake, even though all the Earth's registration equipment only said 6.8, because there's a theory that the Jewish Mossad set off an explosive, aka a nuclear detonation, off the shore of Japan. But moving past that, let me show you how the Zionists are paying attention to little old me. Thank God for that. Let's see. Let's go here, and let's say I have discovered the word Zion hidden in the 2012 Olympics logos, and in and of itself, this should be one of the most important discoveries in the 20th century, because the letter Z is made from the number 2. So this is an actual letter Z, and the word London is not capitalized. So inside the dividers, you see the word London, but the first 3 letters are I-O-N. Therefore, what is spelled is Z-I-O-N. And that is not disputable, folks. Now, let's move past that, and let's go to this particular ditty that the Bilderbergers, the Rockefellers, and the Rothschilds, a.k.a. Yahoo, the Rothschilds, YouTube, and Google have perpetrated against the Michael Fazio. Here we go. Yahoo sucks a giant dildo burger, a.k.a. the Zionist dildo burgers, and Fukushima, fuck you proper. July 4th, 2011, 333 views, 333 views, 333 views, 333 views. That keeps me from getting jammed up. 333 views because 3 other people have this as an autoplay. 20 other channels have it as an autoplay on 20 other channels worldwide, which makes 24 channels worldwide, and only 333 views that I got within the first 72 hours. Because little old Michael Fazio, aka Me and Mini Me, Yahoo and Google are paying attention to. The crazy guy from Howard Beach who broke the Codex between the Bible and the words in the Bible and the 3,300 pictographs on the $1 bill finally got a bigger camera, folks. And to prove all of that is true, if all of what I said wasn't enough, we're going to do 2 symbols. And we're going to rotate this so that you see the Great Seal of the United States of America in the vertical position. I say this symbol at the top of the eagle's head. I say, Michael Fazio says, the symbol at the top of the eagle's head is a nuclear detonation. This, without a doubt, represents the 44th POTUS because it represents the United States of America. This is the shield of the United States of America. And I say this is a nuclear detonation because this is how they plan on murdering the American citizens and fulfilling the prophecies of the Georgia Guidestones and Agenda 21. No one will debate me on this, folks, so I'm just going to keep making these ridiculous videos until they kill me or until someone gives me $1 million and tells me to stop making these ridiculous videos. And being that they don't want to talk to me about it, I got to keep making them, folks. Now, here's a representation of an Indian chief. This is a representation of the Indian chief's war bonnet. Right here, that's a war bonnet. On the right side is a bow. On the left side is arrows. So you have an Indian chief with a bow and arrows. That was the methodology that which the Indians used to kill American citizens in the year 1776. This isn't about death. It's about the murder of American citizens. The Indians killed American citizens, aka the chief of war. The Indian chief used a bow and arrows to murder American citizens. And now the abomination that sits in the White House that we pay $400,000 a year to is allowing nuclear leaks all over the country. They're leaking nuclear energy into the riverbeds. They're leaking it into the oceans. They're allowing Fukushima to go unscathed. They don't do a damn thing to stop Fukushima. So Obama, who is now represented by the Chief of the United States of America, this is the Chief of the United States of America. This is the new chief. This is the new methodology in which to kill the people of the American nations. This is how they're going to kill us in today's world. Nuclear fission, nuclear byproducts, nuclear waste. This is how they allowed the Indians to kill us, or the methodology in which we were killed in 1776. I could go into it in further detail, but the fact that I broke the Codex between the words in the Bible and the $1 bill, this is a lot more complex than I am letting on to. It's in my book, but I couldn't describe this in 600,000 words. I sure as heck can't do it on a YouTube video. But let me tell you something, folks. I have broken the Codex between the words in the Bible and the pictographs on the $1 bill. And no entity, no society, no theologian society, no religious institution, none of them will debate me in a public forum. None of them will debate me in a public forum because they know they'd lose. And at that point, they would have to annihilate religion. Catholicism, Christianity, and Judaism, and probably the Quran, because it's all perpetrated as a hoax onto the peoples of this world. And Yahoo censoring my lousy 300 hits on a video is proof that somebody is paying attention to little old me. And at that point, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like I got a bigger camera.